Hey, this is Ponder Darling, my best heart. I want to give a shout out to my best friend Michael, who is now subscribing to me. I love you, Mikey. I want to. This is my second attempt today at a video, and it gets frustrating. I really need to learn how to edit videos, because there's like some good parts, but then there's some really stupid parts. So I am redoing, and maybe someday when I figure out how to splice different videos together, I'll be able to like take the good parts of these videos that I don't post and put them all together into one video. Until then, here we go. This is what I want to say. In the Bhagavad Gita, which is the Hare Krishnas use it. It's also a Hindu holy text. There is a passage where Lord Krishna says, if you give a bracelet to a tiger, if you try to hand a gold bracelet to a tiger, all that's going to happen is that tiger's gonna bite off your hand. Now, there's a similar kind of thing that Jesus says in the New Testament, which, if any of us know anything about Christianity, this will probably seem familiar. Jesus said, don't throw pearls before swine, because all they'll do is trample on them. Now, I've been listening to this passage from the Bible since I was a little kid. And for some reason, I just keep finding myself throwing those pearls to the swine. And I think that right there is the core of the lesson here. But it's a hard lesson, because on the one hand, we need to not judge other people. We need to have compassion for other people. And the truth is that my love for Jefferson, like I said in my last video, my love for Jefferson is real. It has no condition. It's not like, oh, if he's not nice to me, I'm not going to love him anymore. Obviously, because he's not been nice to me, and I still love him. So, you can't cut it off. It's not, if it's real, no matter what they do. And so there's kind of like this tightrope walk that needs to be learned, where you're like, okay, I'm going to have compassion and love for everyone, but also I'm not going to let people walk all over me and treat me like shit. And like I've said so many times, like so many profound lessons have I learned from my experience with Jefferson. Although I do have to give a disclaimer that, because I know that I don't think he watches my videos anymore. He's too busy with her. But if he ever did, I can just imagine him being like, yeah, look what I did. I taught her all these fantastic spiritual lessons. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were an inadvertent vehicle for lessons that God gave me. The universe gave me those lessons through you. You didn't do anything special at all except treat me like garbage. So, like I said, he's probably not watching these videos anymore, because he's with the girl half his age and IQ. And that was another thing I said in my other video about how, like, I don't understand wanting to be with somebody who doesn't challenge you, like, or love you, like, but challenge, because, like, if you don't have anybody in your life who won't call you on your shit, then you never grow. And stagnation is death. And, you know, we need to grow and evolve. That is what we need to do as human beings. And if we refuse to do that, then we're just going to atrophy. And it's very sad. It's very, very sad watching him die. I mean, I'm not watching him anymore because we're not in touch, but, you know, I know it's coming. And it makes me sad because he could have lived. He could have lived. You know, this is another thing. Deuteronomy says, I set before you life and death. Therefore, choose life. You know, we have a choice. We can choose to live. God sets that before us. We can make that choice to live. Or we can choose to be stagnant and die. It's our choice. You know, just like I've heard so many times people say to me, because I'm like, you know, I wish that there was some way that that a miracle could happen where Jefferson would suddenly grow a conscience. He would realize deeply, ooh, I just got lipstick on my chin, deeply that he hurt me. He would regret it. He would feel true remorse for having caused me pain. And that he would then, you know, be motivated to change his behavior to live in more compassionate ways. And yeah, that's not gonna happen. And you know, here's the reason why is that, you know, we're all given free will, and he has free will. He could if he wanted to, but the thing is, he's not going to want to because it's too much work. It's, you know, and what he really wants to do is, you know, be with this girl who's never going to challenge him and sit in a broken chair and play video games all day and then eventually just die. I feel tremendous grief over this because, as I said, the love that I have for him is real. And when you truly love somebody, you want them to be happy. You want them to have life and abundance. So it's very, very painful. It's not just painful that I don't have those, you know, those brief little moments of happiness with Jefferson anymore. I'm also sad that, you know, in the course that he is currently on, there's nothing at the end of that road but death. And not a pretty one either. Not, you know. And I know I've said it before. I made a video about it, Dead Man Walking. But it's sad. It's really, really sad. I find myself, you know, just, I cry sometimes. I'm grieving. I'm grieving what he could have become if he had just wanted to. All he had to do was want to. He had it all. It was all laid out. It was all laid out for him. A whole beautiful life. And he could have had it. And he didn't want it. It's very, very sad. So, don't give a gold bracelet to a tiger. It will bite off your hand. And don't throw pearls before swine because they'll just trample on them. You can lay out this beautiful gift to somebody that you love, but in the end, they're going to do, you know, what they do. You know, it's like the story of the scorpion and the frog. You know, the scorpion talks the frog into carrying him across the water, and the frog's like, I don't know if I want to do that because you're going to sting me. And the scorpion's like, no, I won't sting you because if I sting you, I'll die. So the frog carries him across, and sure enough, halfway across the water, the scorpion stings the frog, and the frog, as they're both sinking and dying, the frog's like, why did you do that? And the scorpion's like, it's in my nature. you know? And sometimes, I mean, we're not scorpions, we're human beings, so we have choice. We have the choice not to sting somebody on the back and cause ourselves to drown. We have the choice to embrace life and abundance. And also, we can't force anybody to make that choice. There's nothing we can do if they don't want to make that choice. One of the conversations I had with his sister right after he left me was, I tried so hard to give him a good life. I don't know what else I could have done. And she replied, you literally did everything you could do. And, like I say in that dead man walking video, in the end, I hope that has some meaning, because right now there's just nothing but confusion and grief. Okay, that's it. Thanks.